Welcome back to Good Morning San Diego. Time now is 9:30. Lifesharing's Rose Parade float took home the Extraordinaire Award, one of the highest honors bestowed by the Tournament of Roses. And joining me now to talk about it in greater detail is Jeff Tragasar and Annie State. Good morning to you both. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
So, I mean, when you look at all the quality floats and I mean, how you pick one from another, the fact that yours gets this prestigious honor has to blow you away a little bit.
It's a great honor. If you see the work that went into it to put the float together, a lot of professionals, but also a lot of volunteers that are organ donor families and organ recipients.
Well, we're looking at this image right here, Annie.
Yes.
Why is that important?
That is the reason that our float is truly, we believe, the most emotional float in the parade is because it carries the floral portraits of organ donors from all over the nation, including you just saw in that picture, the circle frame, Peyton Nurse from La Mesa here, and his parents worked, in fact, that's his sister in the middle there. Everybody, and by the way, they're putting on tiny kidney beans, gluing them to the side of the float. Everything has to be organic. This is truly a labor of love. And we also say it's almost a big support group too, because everybody, almost everybody on this float has a connection to organ donation or transplant.
And maybe you could just finish up on that thought, because Peyton's imagery, obviously very powerful, but the fact that the recipient of his heart was 6 feet away or was on the float, I mean, that would, please, come on, that's...
We didn't expect that to happen. Once Peyton was secured for the float, the family said, we've got to get Harley on there. They have a very close relationship with Harley Duffer, the heart recipient. And so they lobbied his transplant center to sponsor him on the float. So as our organ donor's photo is on, or not photo, but floral portrait is on the float, you have Harley a few feet away with Peyton's heart beating in his chest.
And powerful stuff. But, I mean, I just assume it's a very difficult challenge to get a float to make it the way you want it. And it's like making a movie. You never, have all these different things that have to be just right, and then have it recognized and be awarded. Boy, everything had to come together.
Well, the planning and the work starts for next year, starts now.
Right. I would assume that it has to be that way, right?
As you pointed out, it is a lot of work, a lot of coordination, and it all comes together when we get our honoree to get out there with their family to go and decorate it. It really brings that whole connection together, but there's so much work that goes into it before they even get a chance to be in that space.
What is, in your view, the value of having, I get it, but do you think this raises awareness to your cause? I mean, is that the ultimate goal here?
Absolutely, 100%. We want to raise awareness for organ donation because there are over 100,000 people waiting for a transplant right now. Very few of us will ever be in a position to be a donor. It's less than 1 in 300 of us.
Why is that?
To be an organ donor, you have to pass away in a very specific way. It's not common. And so it's really important for all of us to sign up so that if that time comes and we are in that position, that we've made that decision and taken that burden off our families and try to help others.
I mean, they say getting to the top is only a fraction of the battle. Staying on top, how do you replicate that and do what the zoo did and win the same award twice in a row? I mean, boy, the challenge is before you right now, is it not? But I guess it's a challenge worth fighting.
It's a good challenge.
Yeah. Hey, just before I go, does it cost money to put a float into the parade? How does that work? Are you invited to be in, or is it invitation only, or do you have to apply to be in?
I don't know how the whole process works, but I know our float is truly a collaborative effort between all of the organ donation groups across the nation, and we basically pool our resources together and create this thing of beauty that glides down Colorado Boulevard every year.
I would have a hard time if either of you having a dry eye. I would be... I mean, first of all, you're fatigued to the max, and then seeing it come and seeing people respond to it, I'd be a mess.
I have to tell you, when they put Peyton's floral portrait on the float, it was...
Yeah, I bet.
I looked at his mom. Everybody was crying.
All right, well, we're going to go from your winning float to the zoos, so thank you so much for rolling in. Congratulations. I hope we get to do this again and again and again and again, okay? Meanwhile, the San Diego Zoo's float also...